Everybody, and a warm welcome to the Web3 Show. I'm your host, Philip Kalinko, joined by my friend, Kate Bergman, and together we bring you the latest weekly Web3 and NFT news. Tonight we're going to be talking about $7 million of ordinal sales, HV-MTL Forge by Yuga, Fortnite and Nike doing stuff together, Nouns DAO launching a movie, what are Ethscriptions and should you be taking notice? FIFA, Merck all coming into the Web3 space. We got Musk and Zuckerman wanting to fight each other in a ring.
I'm ready.
Zuckerberg and Eminem selling his ape or not? What's going on? Some saying he sold, some say he didn't, and lots more. So, guys, thank you for joining us. First thing I want to do before anything else is a huge shout out to Crypto Dream. Crypto Dream had his third daughter yesterday. Congratulations, Crypto Dream. We are so happy for you, my friend. Please, God, many, many beautiful years of love and things like that. But you're a brave man. I've got five sisters, and you're going to have to protect them. But a big
Oh,
congratulations from Kate and I.
hell yeah, bro. Congrats, Crypto Dream, bro. We'll talk soon. Yeah, that's so epic, bro. Definitely man. Huge W, bro. Huge W.
Well done. Amazing. So we've got lots to cover, Kate. Let's get straight into it, my brother. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm gonna make sure the video streams are up on our pinned tweets, and we're good to go.
Amazing.
Good to go.
Guys, if you aren't already, please like this video. That's all we ask for. And subscribe to the Web3 Show and the Joyage Kingdom on YouTube. Also, follow both of us on Twitter. We're quite active on Twitter. Good place to follow us. If you're interested in the space, we're good guys to follow. Let's jump straight into it with your market update. It's been a very eventful 7 days. Starting off just with the S&P 500, NASDAQ, American Stock Exchange. This is a 7-day performance. So the last week, because our last show was exactly a week ago. And as you can see, the markets have pulled back slightly overall in the last 7 days. They've had an incredible run. I mean, the NASDAQ is up 40% year on year. That's actually made up of about 8 or 9 stocks that have really boarded up. But either way, it's been a great year on the markets. Normal to have a bit of a pullback. So, with the exception of a couple of shares here, Meta is up on the week 1%. 1.5%. Amazon is up 1.27. We've got some healthcare, and Lilly, Johnson and Johnson's up, but overall everything is down. United Health up 2.5%. Otherwise, everything is down, but not too bad. As far as percentage goes, Berkshire down 1.6%, JP Morgan down 3%, Microsoft down 4.5%, and Nvidia a similar amount. We're seeing the sort of pump that happened from the AI side slowly pull back, but remember that pump led to Nvidia going almost a 5x. So there's always going to be a bit of a pullback. We got Google down 3%, but overall the markets are doing incredibly well, but it's been a red week, definitely. However, if you look at our friends at crypto, we have had a green week that's been amazing. So if you look at the last 7 days, which is what you're looking at now, we've got Bitcoin up 16.4%, sitting at a $30,600, which is very close to the 2023 high. 2023 high is around $31,000. So really the highest it's been this year currently. You're looking at ETH just under 1,900, and across the board you're seeing a lot of green. The only one that's down is BNB. Obviously, a lot of fear around Binance because of SEC, especially Binance US. I think most people are of the consensus that Binance US is definitely going to have to close down or come to some sort of deal with the SEC, whereas Binance Worldwide will continue as is, and Coinbase is really going to be your big player in the US. That seems to be the consensus. But with the exception of that, absolutely everything across the board seems to be up. If we just look at our bubbles, which is a nicer way to see it, you can see we've done it weekly. We've got the biggest gainer this week, Bitcoin, then Bitcoin Cash at 80% up. Then we've got our friends Pepe, the meme coins. So guys are hungry for Degen. We've got Stacks up 30%. We've got Gala Games up 12%. They really dropped in the last, if you look at Gala in the last month, I just want to show you. You can see here, I mean, Yeah, they have recovered somewhat, but they've really, really dropped from where they were. They were 0.03 and they are now, they've pretty much come back. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Yeah, so a great time on crypto. If we want to understand why, what is actually going on here, why are we having these pumps in crypto? You know, we all know what happened last week when we spoke on the show about the SEC and what's going up and what's going on there was causing everything to go down. And what has caused this rally, and I think most people will agree and understand that BlackRock filing for a spot BTC ETF in the United States was really the catalyst to this. So BlackRock is by far the biggest in the States. And the fact that they've filed for a Bitcoin ETF almost is an unspoken agreement that it's going to happen. It's almost a nod that Congress is going ahead with it. The SEC, hey?
Did you hear? I just heard this in my Discord, by the way. And if anyone wants to get in my Discord, just pick up a Joyous Kingdom torch. But someone in my Discord told me that it was approved.
So it seems to be that it hasn't been announced, but it seems to be that it is approved because the consensus is that BlackRock has insider information. They've been given a nod by this congressman, and the SEC also wants to appear to be less like they hate crypto because they've got to be impartial. At the moment, they're not being impartial. And by allowing BlackRock, who is massive, to have a Bitcoin ETF, that can maybe in some way make the SEC look a little bit less like they're targeting crypto. I think everybody agrees that Bitcoin is not a security. So if anything's got a chance of going through, this does. It does seem to have the approval. And since then, we've seen quite a lot of ETF filings from different companies, which also makes it seem like they're going to be approved, including Grayscale, who's been trying for a while. But BlackRock is by far the largest asset manager. They've got over $8.5 trillion in assets under management. And they also have said that they're going to utilize Coinbase to custody the Bitcoin through this ETF. So ETF is just a tracker that allows people to bet on whether it's going to go up or down. And yeah, it's quite bullish for the space and has really been something that has caused this little run that we've seen. So we also had Jerome Powell testifying before Congress on Friday, and he clearly said that he feels that crypto is not going away. He was asked, does he feel that crypto is going away? So it's not like he volunteered that, but he did clearly say that he doesn't feel that it's going away. So that was also quite bullish for the space. So overall, those are the two main reasons that we're seeing this. You'd also obviously expect that, just when Bitcoin dropped so badly, a lot of people who were long got eaten. Yeah, a lot of people were short. The general consensus 4 or 5 days ago was that crypto was in trouble in the short term. Yeah. And so a lot of people had Bitcoin shorted. So it's possible that a lot of those just got eaten up. And that could also be accounting for this, or at least a part of this rise. Either way, we've got an incredible week on Bitcoin and incredible week on Ethereum and on crypto overall. And it's something that I think we should definitely be celebrating and something we should be happy about.
Yo, will you look at the screen I share with you?
Sure. You want me to share it?
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, my worst fear came true because it's like always how it is when you go on streams, you're worried about making a mistake, kind of thing, And so for here, when last night, I think when I had made this type of thinking, like we had obviously stopped here, I didn't know any of this was going to happen, but my thought was like we might have to come back down, retrace after a 2 or 3 day pump off that news. I thought that news would fizzle out after a couple of days because I was like, I think it's been so used to NFT land. In NFT land, you literally have more than 36 hours and it's chopped. It does not matter after 36 hours. And I thought 3 days I thought that would be enough for the pump frenzy to get in, and I thought that all the sellers would be coming in to take advantage of all the people who had gotten in, especially retail people who got excited from the news. What I didn't really expect was when I was learning Forex, they were always talking about how the news actually follows the price movement and is there to explain it after, not explain it before. And in my head, for some reason, I thought in crypto is different because I remember, seeing all these things happening in crypto last year and always following it and being like, oh man, like crypto's so crazy because you have to worry about the charts and you have to worry about the news. And then I was like, wait, maybe it's also tied at the same point. And people already knew that this BlackRock thing was going to happen. So all these people have longs in, everyone's prepared for this except for retail. And so when I saw this mistake happen, I was like, shoot, I literally fell for it. Like I literally fell for that exact thing that they were talking about. So anyways,
you're not alone. A lot of people would have. Hey?
Yeah. But anyways, it was just worth bringing up because I thought that was interesting because we did initially spike up actually. So I wasn't completely wrong. It just didn't.
Yeah.
It went way higher than I thought. And it didn't retrace back down to these levels, which I thought it might.
Yeah, definitely. We've got one thing over here. We've got Luke. Welcome, Luke. Another YouTuber, someone I'm a big fan of as well. Can't hear Philip in Spaces Code.
What?
Yeah.
This doesn't make any sense why this worked for months and then just stops. Hold on.
And also TikTok over here. No TikTok.
Oh yeah, I got banned off TikTok.
That happened to me as well. Not last time, the time before.
Yeah,
I'm sorry to hear that, Kate, because you like TikTok.
No, what do you... It's just live stream that I'm banned off for a week. I have no idea why the Spaces connection isn't working anymore. I'm worried because I don't know, dude. That just doesn't make any sense why it would stop connecting when it has my audio. My audio is connected through the computer, and we're streaming to Twitter Spaces.
Look, should we leave it now? But it's something we gotta figure it out.
Yeah, let me know if you got here. Who said that? Luke.
It was Luke.
Look on the video stream on Twitter and see if there's, because me and Phil both have that.
No, the video stream separate. There's definitely video stream is from StreamYard. Spaces is your side. You doing Spaces is not from StreamYard. So I'm not worried about the video stream on Twitter. I know that that's working. Something on your side. Kate, you try look at it. I'm going to carry on with what's trending. Is that all right?
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thanks for bringing it to our attention, Luke. All right. So what's trending? This is, unlike market update, this is more NFT specific. So if we just have a look in the last, let's go one day. You've got Blur trading volume 23 million. I always divide it by 3. So let's call that 7.5 million. We got OpenSea up nicely, 6.2 million. They were below 5 million at about 4.5 million most of last week. So that's good to see, about a 50% increase on OpenSea. We've got Immutable X, 1.69 million. And then Luxray 700,000, X2Y2 600,000, and the rest aren't really worth mentioning. So if we add that together with adjusted Blur to 7.5 million, you get to about 16, 17 million traded in NFTs in the last 24 hours. If we have a look over here and just see the notable sales for the last 7 days, we've got a Bored Ape Yacht Club as number 1, selling at 150 Ethereum. We got CryptoPunks in 2nd and 3rd place. One selling for $176,000, another one for $136,000. We got a DGod in number 4, selling for 70 ETH or $130,000. Number 5 and 6 is a white fur Bored Ape. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a big fan of the white furs. When I was privileged enough to hold a Bored Ape, I had a white fur Bored Ape. Both of them selling for about $120,000 each. And then in 7th and 8th place, we've got 2 CryptoPunks, also both of them selling for around $110,000. So those are your notable sales. If we have a look again, last 7 days since our last show, what is trending? What collections have been trending the most? Again, I think it's important to every so often remind people, just because a project's number 1 on the trending doesn't mean that the floor price has gone up. It could be that people are panic selling. And that's what we're seeing with both number 1 and 2 at the moment. Bored Ape Yacht Club and Mutant Ape Yacht Club, both of them down substantially on the week. Bored Apes are down 30%. The floor price of a Bored Ape at the moment is 35 Ethereum. Which is incredibly low in ETH terms. I've never seen it lower since 2021. Mutant Ape is sitting at 6.85 Ethereum. Granted, ETH is $2,000, right? So that's the equivalent when ETH was sitting at the $1,000 mark. That's the equivalent of 11 ETH Mutant, but it's down 25% on the week. We've got Azuki continuing to rise, up 20% on the week, sitting at 14.5 Ethereum. CryptoPunks at just under 50. Beans 1.3. DGods continuing to do nicely, sitting just under 9, a little bit down on the week. Bored Ape Kennel Club 2.7 Ethereum. Captain slightly down at 7.5. Miladies keeps rising at 3.3 Ethereum. Clone X at 1.6. We've got Heavy Metal we're going to talk about today, 0.7. Pepin 0.7 and Pudgy Penguins at 4.3. Just going into the Bitcoin ordinals. Last 24 hours, we've got ordinal punks at number 1 spot. Their floor is 3.2 Bitcoin. We got Oblivion sitting at 0.185 Bitcoin. The final pattern at 0.06. Bitcoin machines at 0.19. Distortions at 0.07. Still seeing Bitcoin frogs, which we spoke about a month ago, at 0.04 Bitcoin. We've got anti-NFT Bitcoin maxis at half a Bitcoin. Recursive frogs, a derivative of Bitcoin frogs, which is very bullish, at 0.016 Bitcoin. And those are your top 10 ordinals. Just while we're in ordinals, before we get into the news where Kate's going to chat, we did have a $7 million ordinal sale. If we have a look over here, according to data that was provided by CryptoSlam. Now, again, this is from crypto.news. I've only seen this from here. I'm not 100% sure that this is correct, but an uncategorized ordinal collection was sold for 232 Bitcoin, worth $7 million at the time of the transaction. The data shows that this NFT was minted on June the 8th. It gives the block number that it was minted on, and it has traded 18 times over the past 2 weeks. Crypto sales in the last 24 hours on ordinals reaching a total of 7.36. To me, this screams money washing, wash trading, the same NFT being traded so many times, getting to this amount. But it did make the news, and it's important to see. We are seeing ordinal buyers and sellers go down. So buyers went down 64% and sellers 48%. And also the number of ordinal owners is only up 0.61% in the past 24 hours, reaching 260,000. And that is your market update.
Hell yeah. Before we move on, I want to do a little 15-second experiment with someone in the audience. Hopefully Luke is still in Spaces. I want to try something. It makes my audio less good for me when I'm hearing it, but this may fix the issue. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to turn this setting on, and then Philip's going to say some stuff. And if you're in Spaces, Luke, please, if you can, or someone in Spaces right now, for the next 15 seconds, I'm going to turn on a setting, and Philip's going to start talking. If you hear Philip's voice, I need to have y'all spam the thumbs up button if you hear his voice. If you don't, just don't do anything. Don't send anything if you don't hear him. All right? For the next 15 seconds, if you hear his voice, start spamming thumbs up. Here we go.
Okay, what?
Oh, no.
Are you ready?
It's not going to work.
No. Why did the banana go to the doctor?
Why
did the banana
go
to the doctor?
Okay, never mind. That is not going to work.
Peeling well.
That is not going to work. Did you hear all that?
Who are you talking to? Me?
Yeah.
No, I was just telling a joke.
My earphones? Bro, I was hearing myself talk for the next 15 seconds after I stopped talking because I turned the setting on. That's not going to work. I have no idea. Nothing has changed since it was working 2 weeks ago. For audio.
Can I do my joke again?
Bro, I think it's a StreamYard thing. There must be some setting you got to authorize me on Space.
It's not a stream. No, it's got nothing to do with that. We'll talk about it. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it after. Can I do my joke again?
Your joke?
Yes, I did a joke. Why did the banana go to the doctor?
Yeah, I don't know.
He wasn't peeling well. See, so I made that joke up. My kids found it very funny. Thanks, Kate. It is funny. And then we went on holiday somewhere, and one of my boys asked the girl there, "Why did the banana go to the doctor?" And the girl said, "Because he wasn't peeling well." And then my son said, "But how do you know the joke? My dad made it up." And she said, "No, my dad made it up. So it must be a dad joke." But I proper thought about it. I hadn't heard it before.
You must have heard it before, and you're surprised.
No. I make up lots of jokes. That's part of being a dad.
Made up the same joke.
I'm telling you, well, it's an obvious joke. He wasn't peeling well.
I guess so.
Anyway, peel better for Twitter Spaces. I feel sorry for the Twitter Spaces. We'll talk about it after, Kate.
Bro, there's tons of people in there. I don't know what y'all are doing in there if you can only hear one of us. Like, that's crazy to me. But I guess thank you for being here in Spaces. Hit that retweet button, likes, subscribe to Philip's YouTube channel, do all the things. I still can't believe they can only hear me. I don't understand.
But then they must come on the YouTube. Is YouTube pinned?
YouTube, watch us on the video stream.
If you can't hear Philip, because there's a second person. All right. You ready, Cade?
Yep, I'm ready.
Let's go. Latest news. Okay, so the one thing that's really big on the 29th of June, so what's that, 5 days away, we've got the Heavy Metal Forge from Yuga. I'll show you, I'll play you this. You should have sound.
All right.
Everyone will have sound. Just give me 1 second. There we go. This was from their Twitter. So get ready for whatever the fuck this is. For those of you not watching, season 1 begins the 29th. Yeah, all of this stuff is, again, I mean, they always keep it pretty vague, and that's what they've done over here. So it's going to be interesting. The Heavy Metal Forge is going to debut. You can see from the trailer, it's definitely going to be gamified. Again, similar to the Shure game, there's going to be a leaderboard. They also already allowed you to burn your heavy metal Mac NFTs. And the tagline here is build, flex, fight, and evolve. The Forge event will let you construct in-game homes for your heavy metal characters, create customized workshops to evolve their NFTs, and showcase their creations to compete for votes. Players can also unlock upgrades and prepare for upcoming in-game events as they fight for the top spot on the leaderboard. So they were launched already in March. I want to show you what they've been doing as far as the floor price goes, because we had an initial really, really big pump when this came out on the 21st. It went from a floor price of 0.7 to a floor price of 1.1, and then slowly has been tapering off, hit a low of 0.6 with all the crypto FUD that's been going on, and now sitting at about 0.7, 0.75. Well, it's exactly 0.789. For those of you that don't know, here's the collection on OpenSea. Here's the art. Interesting to see the floor price, what it did. And yeah, man, this is a big event. It's something people have been waiting for a very long time.
Damn, bro, there's some hella value on those assets, though.
Well, they've done a huge amount of volume. I mean, if you look here, this is only launched in March of this year. They've already done 31,000 Ethereum.
Dude, who is buying these things, bro?
A lot of fucking people, because that's a lot of money.
How many 37% unique owners? That's pretty good. So there's 10,000 people who own this.
Yeah, total collection size of 27,500.
Ease. Yeah, if anyone in here bought these HV-MTL Yuga Labs like gaming asset NFT things, they just came out with that trailer video that we just saw. If you're on the video stream with us, let me know, because I would love to know what y'all's thesis is on this. Like, Philip, what's your thesis on this, bro? What's your thesis for the next 12 months?
What is my prediction?
Yeah, like where do you think they'll be in a year? You think they'll have any updates? Like, you think they're just going to fall in value to like 0.2 while we wait, and then nothing's going to happen for a while?
No, I think this seems to be the next stage. I mean, it seems this is what they're moving with at the moment. They've been focused on these, because remember, I mean, these only launched in March, and already in June now we've got another event happening with them. I think they are going to be gamified in the main other side games and part of that, and I think this is the way of introducing them. So I don't think it's something that they're just going to forget about. I think it plays a role in the whole ecosystem. It's going to fit together in some way. We don't know how. I wouldn't really, if you ask for my prediction in 12 months, I mean, there's so much to consider, like where's the market going to be and whatever. But I think now is probably the worst time to buy. Because you've got this Forge coming up in a couple of days' time. The hype is never going to be more than it was last week and this week coming. So I wouldn't touch these, right away. But 2, 3, 4 months time, they'll definitely come down from this point. Not financial advice, obviously, just my own opinion. But I mean, yeah, I do think we will see them drop again after this. There might be a pump while it's happening on the 29th, or they could stay flat, or they could go down. I mean, it's hard to know. But long term, they'll be lower than this, but they're not going to zero. That's for sure. It's a Yuga asset. It's your cheapest entry into the Yuga ecosystem.
Yeah, I guess so, bro. I don't know. What do you think about as they do this? Do you think they want to have do you think Yuga Labs wants the Bored Ape Yacht Club floor to be high? Like, is that a long-term goal? You think that should be there for like Pudgy Penguins or Yuga? Like, should the goal be for the Gen Solar's to still be super expensive, or is that almost like a fantasy that we have from 2021 that like, oh, if you bought one of these first 10,000 at XYZ, you get these benefits or something? Like, is that something that still needs to be front, like top of funnel importance?
Look, I think you got to be really careful about judging a NFT project or company or whatever by their price, right? I think that naturally everybody looks at floor price and therefore it has importance. But I think it has too much importance. So if you're in a project for the wrong reason, all you care about is floor price, right? So if you're a trader like me and you only want to make a profit and you couldn't give a F about the NFT that you bought to flip soon, all you care about is floor price. So I'm effectively, in that example, in it for the wrong reason, meaning I'm in a short-term mindset, and therefore floor price matters a lot to me. If I'm buying a torch from George Kingdom, knowing Cade and believing in him long term, and really not interested in ever selling it because I want to be a part of Cade's journey for the next 30, 40, 50 years, then the floor price means absolutely nothing. Because, you could be busy filming and whatever and not post for a month. The floor price might go down a little bit because some people are like, where's Cade? But that doesn't matter to me because I have no intention of selling it. So I think it depends on why you're buying it and why you selling it. However, with a collection like Yuga, where they have had a floor price of hundreds of ETH, I do think if you start to see them under 10 ETH a Bored Ape, you got to worry in general. Just about the whole.
I think
I'm saying I don't think we get to 10. I think that's too low. I think the day we get there, we have to worry about NFTs, the future of NFTs in general. I really do. I think if the biggest asset in the biggest ecosystem, so a Bored Ape within Yuga or CryptoPunk, one of the two, arguably, I mean, they're both equal in my mind. If you see that at 10 Ethereum, you got to worry. You got to worry about the space because that means mutants are under ETH. That means other deed is under 0.0 whatever. That means these heavy metals are 0.00 something. Something's not right in the NFT space.
Yeah, I would agree.
100%. I do see we got a lot of people here. Nice to see you. Sachet has asked, can you ask things NFT related? Sachet, you're more than welcome to. Whether we'll answer them or not, it just depends on time. But we do have a segment at the end where we try to get to questions. So feel free to put it in the chat. And if we have a chance, we'll definitely get on it if we can. And thank you for joining us. Nice to have you for sure.
Yeah. Yo, I'm seeing Crypto Dream in here planning a collab. That would be epic. I would love to see a collab. Y'all should do a live podcast. That'd be funny. I would love to see that. And Crypto Dream, to get my access key NFTs, bro, throw some WETH offers. That's the move right now. WETH offers are the move. People rarely list them.
I saw one sold for 0.1. I was upset because I thought it was 0.3, and I thought, no.
Normally, I've never seen one sell for that cheap. I was like, whoa. All right, we're in bear market for real pickup territory.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but if I would have known that, I would have bought that. Yeah, I thought it was any of them. Just to be
it was
a part of
it. Offer. That was a wrapped ETH offer.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
No,
I don't know if you saw, but the power just went off. Yeah.
Oh, the power just went off?
Yeah, I saw a flicker behind me.
Yeah. Crypto Dream, would love to have you in the access keys, bro. We'd love to have you as a royal juror one day. That'd be sick. That would be sick.
All right, let's get straight into the next story. This is also really bullish. We've got Nike and Fortnite coming together. I'm going to play this to you with sound again. I mean, it used to be in the bull market where we used to have 30, 40 people on live streams. It used to be, let's not get demonetized. Yeah, who gives a fuck? If we get demonetized, I'm literally going to lose 50 cents or $1. $1.
Can't even hear it anyway, bro.
Should be able to, but if you can't, you can see it. How cool is this? I mean, this is Nike going into Fortnite.
This is pretty sick, bro. I really fuck with this. This is very cool. This is way cooler than the Goblin Town thing. No offense.
Well, sure, but they're Nike, right?
Yeah.
This is what they want. They want virtual stores.
This is fucking cool. This makes me want a game like a little bit. It makes me want a game. Like seeing Project Kaizen. By the way, Tom, everyone saw that video and it did great. I was very happy with it. But anyways, yeah, projects like that are building something for the future, a futuristic game world, metaverse thing, bro. Y'all know that's my shit. I get so excited about that.
100%. So a very sick collab. We've got these two coming together. Published on Fortnite. So you can see on the Fortnite website here, on the front page, here it is, and published on RTFKT as well. It's called the Ultimate Sneaker Hunt, Airphobia. And, it's basically going to begin, or has begun, on the 20th of June, and it's been it will reward players with skins and other digital assets from Nike, so that's what you'll get in return. I mean, Fortnite's got over 240 million active players, so that's just in the last 30 days. So it's a huge player base and a really great platform to give Nike a bit of a chance to showcase themselves digitally to a lot of these guys for the first time. Because unless you're involved in NFTs, you don't really realize how big Nike is in Web3. You know what I've been doing lately, and Crypto Dream, not financial advice. What I've been doing lately is I've been buying shares, real shares, that I'm bullish on them in Web3. So, for example, Nike. I've just upped my Nike position hugely. And again, I told you guys I bought NVIDIA at next to nothing because I really believe in the AI play. And I've been doing things like that. So instead of degenning into a Clone X, I'm buying Nike shares. And things like that. So I've been doing that quite a lot. I've been speaking to my broker a lot. I want to know. That's also why I went very heavy into Disney. And unfortunately, my Disney shares are down substantially. I think 30 to 40%, because the new CEO went out and he was building the metaverse and whatever, and the old CEO is back who doesn't care about it. So it's the same as NFTs. You can get burnt at times. They're still a great business, but my whole thing was, the COVID showed them that the parks are not enough. Obviously, they've got amazing movies and things like that. But if they could have virtual parks that were a really great experience, like Metaverse, a Disney Metaverse, their cost will go right down. They don't need staff and whatever. And if they could monetize that, which they could do in many, many ways, I was so bullish on it. And, then they fired most of their Metaverse division and they've sort of slowly stopped doing that. So that was one of the moves that didn't play off, but definitely something that's interesting to me. So I like to see Nike doing this. Again, I'm still confused about the difference between RTKFT and Swoosh. I think it's confusing in general.
I don't know bro, I have one. I don't know what it is.
But .swoosh seems like Nike's official play into Web3, but that's what I thought RTKFT was. So for me, I find this very confusing. I think that this is a mistake. I think they should have either turned all RTKFT into Swoosh or left Swoosh and made RTKFT what Swoosh is. But to do this for me is a bit weird to me.
Oh, why are you funding my Swoosh bags? Bro,
You don't have any.
guys, Philip is fudding my bags on stream. He's literally fudding my bags. What should we do?
I don't give a fuck about anyone's bags, including my own. I will say it like it is. I don't know what these guys are doing.
Mutants down at 7 ETH.
6 point something.
Oh my God, bro, that is insane. I remember at 4 ETH was when I thought, you know what, let me buy one, and then they took off at 4 ETH because I had held those 2 Uga verses that were both 3 ETH or something at that point, and I was like, yo, I could sell one of these right now, and I could buy a mutant, and I was just like, nah, bro, these are fine. They'll go down straight to 40.
Yeah, well, look, the truth of the matter is the amount of active people in the market at the moment compared to then is a joke. It's a percentage of it. So, yeah, I mean, it's hard. I just want to read you the fine print. So, Epic Games clarified the situation here with regards to the story. They said, and I'm quoting, the connection between Fortnite and Nike doesn't integrate any NFTs or digital item trading marketplaces into Fortnite's world or its economy. It recognized across these two ecosystems are purely for the enjoyment of the purchaser and aren't tradable, transferable, or sellable, as has always been the case in the Fortnite economy. Okay, so whatever assets you earn in this game will only be able to be used by you in the game and cannot be sold to other people in the Fortnite game. And that is the same with anything, because within Fortnite, you can only buy their Epic Games stuff because they don't want anyone else stepping in on their thing. For me, that doesn't change the fact that this is incredibly bullish, really good exposure for Nike to a whole new community of people online.
Yeah, I fuck with this heavy, bro. I mean, I've said it before. Like, I make fun of Clone X and Nike sometimes, but they do have the closest thing, other than, in my opinion, Project Kaizen. They're like the only two that I could think of at all that have any type of potential infrastructure to get anything done, besides like Yuga. And but they do have some cool stuff. And every time I see a trailer or any kind of content from Clone X, I can't help but get excited because it just they hit on that fucking. They hit on that, I don't know what it's called. They hit on that note or whatever that just makes me get excited about techie, futuristic stuff. And I see Crypto Dream saying here, he agrees with you. He's like, Disney's doing he thinks even a step further. They're destroying some things, including Star Wars, Marvel, buying out stuff. Apparently, he's funding your Disney bags, Philip. So Crypto Dream funding Disney bags, bro. I can't.
Thank you,
bro.
Crypto Dream.
Friends, you're funding it. Oh no,
bro. It's because he knows I'm in South Africa and the dollar it keeps going down. Thank you, Crypto Dream. I appreciate it, man. $2. I love you long time.
Damn, bro. Damn.
All right, are we ready for the next story?
I'm ready.
You know what I was actually going to say? What are you doing in your nose? Is that to unblock your nose?
It's the Boom Boom Sticks on Amazon. Winter mint flavor.
As long as we're not snarfing Coke on stream.
It's Coke.
All right. It's not. And children, it's definitely not. I just want to say a few things. One thing is this week, seeing these floor prices is the first time in quite a long time that I've thought to myself, and I haven't done it, I've thought to myself, you know what? Let's put a bit of money into ETH. I'm buying myself a Mutant. I'm buying myself a Kleenex. I'm buying myself a HV-MTL. I'm buying myself a Pudgy Penguin. I'm buying myself a hey.
Buy a Cool Cat and a Cryptoad. They're both at like half an ETH right now, and it's like mind blowing to me that they're that low.
To me, Mutants at this price are very attractive, but I know that I felt that 10 ETH before this at 40 for the 45 for the Bored Apes and 11. I feel at 10
bullish on crypto though. If crypto becomes macro bullish and the sentiment changes to being a little bit more degenerate, this could be close to a local bottom, bro. This could really be. I mean, it would be tough for me to see them going lower than 5. Like,
look, if crypto was $1,000 now, I would be buying a Bored Ape. Sure as God.
Oof, Bored Ape?
Yeah.
Oh,
a 35 ETH at $1,000.
Yeah. Damn, bro. Philip, can
we get so we're getting there. Hey, not today. It's $2,000 at the most, double where I need it to be for
Got it.
me to think, you know what, I'll buy it, I'll put it away, forget about it. If it ever 2x's, I'll sell it.
True.
Getting close. But I must just say, I mean, the volume is so low in the market. I mean, even in the what's trending, I didn't point it out, but when I was researching the what's trending, like, it shows you the top one. Bored Apes, there's been one sale in the last 24 hours. Like Mutus, there's been 3 sales in the last 24 hours. That's the sort of volume that you're looking at. It's a joke. So how are you gonna? It's trending down more. It's not at the point where I feel it's the bottom. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying these prices are just so, like, compared to where we've come from, are just like 1.5 ETH for a Clone X. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, bro. It just seems crazy.
Yeah, sorry, I was looking at Crypto Dream's comments on the side just now, bro.
What's he saying? It's hard for me to read. I'm getting old, guys.
Himself in the comments, just funny.
It's hard for me to read. I'm getting old. I'm telling you, my eyes aren't working. I've got this sore neck, and I've got all this
concept.
You turn 40. No, you turn 40 and you get a sore back. I'll tell you that.
No.
I don't get tired. That's one thing. I can work, bro. I could work through the night to carry on.
Really?
Yeah, I've done that a few times when I need to. Not scared of hard work. That's one thing about me. Never have been. Never have been. All right, let's jump onto it, boy. Nouns DAO. Don't know if you saw the story. Quite cool. So they and Art Riem have launched a first animated movie that's funded by the Nouns DAO. It's a feature-length animated film, The Rise of Blas, and it features some NFT characters from the Nouns community, and it's the first ever animated movie to be funded by a DAO. It's produced by Atrium, an animation studio, and network of independent artists and creators who've previously worked on Pixar, Netflix, and Marvel. On the 21st of June, you got the first look of how the project's open source IP is making its way onto the big screen with the release of the film's pilot segments. And then it takes you through the whole making of it, the rise of the Blas, and here you can see some screenshots from it. But that's pretty cool. I mean, Nouns, for those of you that don't know, I mean, it's an incredible project, very unique. They launch one NFT a day. They've held a huge floor price, and they are, in the true sense, a DAO, in that holders literally decide together what to do with the funds of the project. And they've done some really cool stuff. They're famous for their glasses and things like that. So the DAO wants to make and is making a full-length movie. The animations look absolutely incredible. And yeah, just good to see. They're using Unreal Engine 5. Unreal Engine is the same as what Yuga's using in their other side land. I never know if it's other deed or other side. It's like used in interoperably.
Other deed by other side? No, other side by other deed? Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, man, I like this. I like it. What do you think?
I think that's cool. I think it's really cool. I hope they take it away. It seems like the IP that's similar to Pudgy is sort of like people. I saw someone tweet out for who it was. I think it was actually NFT Llama about Sappy Seals having a potential opportunity here to capitalize on basically the exact same thing Pudgy Penguins is doing. And Nouns seems to be taking like a similar-ish approach with like an animated content. But if they can just make it like good, I just feel like it's really hard to like make a movie or a show that's going to catch any type of following. That's just not like 200 people inside.
They're trying, and they've got a $3 million budget for it, which is not much for an animated movie, but it's not nothing. They want it to be a full-length film, first open source IP play, and yeah, going to be interesting. I mean, just good to see people trying things.
This is an open source movie?
The open source IP of the film was revealed to the global audience with the unveiling of the pilot segment set in an animated cityscape. Plus, the plot unravels around a fearless 13-year-old Noun. So open source, maybe they're going to share. I don't know what that really means. But yeah, they do say it's an open source IP. Maybe they're just talking. I don't know what they're talking about.
I'm just trying to figure out like what's the play here with the. I think it's cool, but like what's the play with the movie? I think they have plenty of money, so it must not be that much to Like they're not going to sell these.
I think they think. I mean, if a movie's successful and they sell more tickets or more DVDs or whatever than 2.75 million that they spend, then they make money for the DAO.
Bro, it's just going to be online. It's just going to be like a YouTube link. Like a pay $3.99 to watch the YouTube video kind of thing. Well, yeah, I know it's a movie, but it's like it's not gonna be in theaters. Is it? Is it that easy? You can just fucking make a movie and be like, well, let's put this in theaters. Like I feel like you have to be like,
I don't know,
making it to be like, you know, potentially gonna make $1 billion out of the gate kind of thing to even be considered.
They're not saying where it's going to be, but I mean, the guys that they're dealing with, they said, ex Pixar, ex Netflix, and ex Marvel. So surely they got some contacts.
Unless they're the CEO, the ex CEO, it doesn't mean they can get it onto Netflix. That would be cool.
Let's see. Let's see.
Get it in front of an audience, that'd be cool. But getting in front of the audience is why it's so hard to win in the media industry.
Mint an episode. How much does it cost to mint an episode? Mint live.
Yo, we should mint it.
0.01.
Easy.
No, thank you.
What, bro?
Well, there's only 124 minted.
Dude, that's racist towards nouns.
It's not racist towards nouns. There's only 124 minted. If there were like thousands.
Yo, what happens if right after this stream it bumps up to like 2,000 minted and you're like, oh no, the mint flies up?
So they're doing each episode. You'll mint each episode. Let's have a look here.
Okay.
You're gonna say.
Have any of you guys watched this? Nouns. So episode 1's out. Interesting.
I think I know why you can't hear my sound here.
Bro.
It's got nothing to do with the Twitter Spaces.
Sure?
No, it's got nothing to do with the. Yeah, 100% sure.
What happens if you do this and then it fixes it?
It won't fix it.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you, it's got nothing to do with me. It's you.
If any of y'all can hear Philip talking throughout the stream, give me a thumbs up. I heard someone say my audio is choppy, so I'm thinking either I got to replace a cord or I don't know. But I heard someone say my audio wasn't as good too. So if you guys can hear Philip, I guess give me a thumbs up. But no one's giving me a thumbs up, so RIP.
Looks pretty good. I don't know.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, here, look, we're saving you 0.1 ETH. You don't have to pay a cent, and here's the episode.
You could own it, bro. Isn't that cool?
That is pretty cool. It is pretty cool, Kate. But last time we had this conversation, we both ended up buying 30 pieces of open source art.
Oh my God, that was so fucking stupid. How much did we spend on that?
No, not very much. They were quite cheap, but we both bought a couple. That's why when you said, "Isn't this should we?" But I'm like, no, because I know you. After one, we're gonna mint another, and then another, and it's just not gonna work. So yeah,
and our story. We'll get 2 just in case, you know. But if you're gonna get 2, you might as well get 3.
Yeah.
You might as well.
The other thing is, like Nouns is doing well. Just in general, I like unique approaches to things. I'm like big on that. I like it. Just in general, the NFT space. I like when guys come out, whether it fails or not, where they've got a unique idea and they run with it. And Nouns, there has never been, and there never will be, a project like Nouns. Like they are the only ones who ever did it this way. One a day, they still go for a huge amount of money. Yeah. Every day they mint another one. Yeah, I mean, it's just a great project. It really is. All right, I see Kate's concentrating, so let's move on to the next one. So I don't know if you guys remember, Kate, I hope you remember, but we were talking that there was going to be this Titanic NFT a couple of weeks, maybe 2-3 months ago. I mean, time just flies. Yeah, and actually the standalone video got quite a lot of comments and a lot of people were interested to find out more. So I don't know if you've been following the news, but the submarine went down. And the guy who was one of the guys who's involved in the NFT launch was on this submarine that went down. So he was the French explorer that was involved in it. The other guys were quite wealthy guys, all just wanting to see a piece of history in real life. Can imagine how cool, the thought of being on the Titanic underwater. I mean, it was a very wealthy billionaire, and his 17-year-old son was 2 of the other people. There was another very wealthy guy as well. But yeah, I mean, I'll just read it to you because I don't want to get any of the facts wrong, and it's quite a sensitive topic. One of the 5 members on board the stricken submersible Titan, Paul Henry, had worked with the Web3 company to launch a Titanic-themed NFT collection. He was considered to be an expert on the Titanic and was the owner of the salvage rights to the shipwreck. The NFT collection was supposedly started to celebrate, remember, and preserve the legacy of the Titanic and its passengers. Its roadmap suggests the NFTs are going to give access to an organization called the Titanic Legacy Council, which would provide individuals a chance to participate in key decisions regarding the exploration, experience, and engagement of Titanic's legacy and its artifacts. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens now. They have put out a whole official statement. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I will put this link in the main video of today, as well as in its own standalone video. But yeah, our hearts, well, my heart, I'm sure Kate joins me, our hearts go out to the lives that were lost here. So it's a big news story of the week, and just it ties into NFT, so I thought let's chat about it. But yeah.
Dude, honestly, it's been pretty crazy on social media seeing the memes that are being made about this whole Titanic thing. Have you seen them? It's like absurd, bro. Like it's becoming a thing to like make these. There's like viral. It's like I've seen hundreds of viral, very, very, very viral videos that are like basically saying, you know, it'd be like a video of like The Rock like diving into the water in one of his movies and being like, you when you hear Ronaldo's on the submarine or something like that. And it's like basically all these memes getting like millions of views, millions of likes. So we're all fucked as far as humanity. Like we cannot be serious about anything. It is pretty crazy. I don't even know the real details. I just haven't dove in deep into them. Wait, I was going to read that message out, but honestly,
look, I think for me, whenever lives are lost, I just feel for, there's families, there's children, there's parents, there's, whatever. I have friends. I mean, it's always terrible, and no, I don't think it's any laughing matter. I don't know. Maybe
it's just internet culture. It's like their way of talking about it, I guess.
No, I don't know. I think when it comes to very, very wealthy people take a secret joy in seeing them plummet to their death. I mean, it's like, do you remember when that rocket went up with Jeff Bezos and whatever? You know, those rockets that all look like penises where they were all going to space or whatever it was. When that went up, I think a lot of people were secretly thinking, I really hope this frickin' blows up. Yeah. I think a lot of people, I think I might even, I know I'm taking the holier than thou. I know I'm taking the high ground here. Yeah. But I've got nothing against Jeff Bezos. I just thought to myself, I know I'm arguing with myself. I thought to myself, do you know how many people this could feed? The amount of money that this is taking, like literally starving people that are going to die from starvation. Like literally every day, there's thousands of people that die from starvation. And this oak is so much wants to go up in his big penis into space that's costing 50 billion, something stupid, that he could literally solve world hunger for a year. And the oak would rather put on his sunglasses and go up. I was just thinking, like, as he goes up, if it just happened to, maybe that would teach him a bit of a lesson.
Y'all heard it here first, bro. Someone clip this. Somebody clip this.
I'm not even joking. It's completely the opposite to what I was saying. So yeah, I think it's always a tragedy unless you could solve world hunger for a year. If you can do that with the money that you're using,
they're billionaires in that sub. That's exactly who was on that submarine.
I know.
So you were making all these viral TikTok memes about the submarine then?
No, I don't know. I feel sorry, especially this guy who was going to do the NFT collection, because it would have been great. No joking. He was, but he had a real passion for this. So this is his life's work. But he's probably the least. We are going to get so demonetized probably permanently. He's probably the least to worry about because he was the oldest. He was 77. So out of all of them, you're sort of like, okay, he's lived a good life, For me, the biggest tragedy is the 17-year-old son of the billionaire. But he was going to just snuff coke off strippers.
Probably.
Whatever's anyway. So you heard it here first.
What's up next? What we got next? I don't know
all right.
stories.
No, I've got stuff. I've got lots of stuff. I'm just letting everything that's just been said sink in.
This guy is behind all the memes, guys. He can't stop laughing.
Did Eminem sell his Bored Ape or not? So, except for a submarine going down and Russia's tout de quoi with the other guys who work for Russia but now don't want to work for Russia, and all the real stories, there was another story going on that Eminem sold his punk. And when you look here, this was the tweet over here from GeorgeBoy.eth. Eminem sold his ape. It's game over. Good going. And here's a picture of his ape. So if you then look at ape 5099, you will see that it actually did sell on the 22nd of June. However, if you do more digging, you will see that Eminem's ape is not ape 5099. However, it's ape 9055, which looks similar, but not exactly the same. So the numbers are similar and it looks similar. So then the internet went on it and made it a whole thing. Anyway, it's not Eminem punk that sold. It's one that looks like his. He still holds his. And so we can all...
I'm telling you, bro, he did not pay for that. Neither did Justin. Like, none of those people pay for it because there's no reason for them to still be holding it. Like, I even sold out of a couple of projects I even liked still because I was like, there's no reason for me to hold it. I just don't care anymore. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, but bro, you and I can do with a couple of $100,000. Eminem doesn't give the slightest F about $30,000, and he was given this Bored Ape, and he'll hold it, and one day it might be worth a huge amount, one day not. I also think he knows. I mean, first of all, it gave them a lot of business. Yuga paid to have their performance on the music awards and whatever. It could get him no further business from Yuga. So like you always say, or if we get a free NFT from another YouTuber, you don't really sell it. Like unless it's there's always a price. Unless it's a 10 ETH NFT at some stage, maybe you sell it. But
I was just gonna say, like Eminem has nothing to further gain, I feel like, from the Bored Apes. I feel like he would just be like, dump it. Who fucking cares? Like, I don't need the money, but like, I don't need this fucking ape picture anyway. Like, who cares? I'd just rather sell it.
No, I don't agree. I think like for him, it might be a memento. So it reminds him of the performance that he did. Also the fact that, he might believe in Yuga and they very well might come to him and want him to be an ambassador at some stage. You're cutting bridges. If that was gifted to you and you sell it, and you don't need the money, you're cutting potential future.
But I don't know if it was a give. I feel like there was probably an even give and take. Like maybe it wasn't like a 100% monetary.
No, I think it was. I would imagine. I don't know for a fact. I would imagine it was given to him. So I think he would have been paid for. He would have been paid for certain services, and they would have thrown in as a thank you. To Eminem.
No, dude. It sounded more like we'll give you this ape in exchange for a bunch of this media that we're about to do. Otherwise, why would he hop on this music video with Snoop? I mean, yeah, it's fun to do it, but like there wasn't originally a reason to, like a motive before they were like, yo,
Yuga might have paid for that, bro.
Huh?
Yuga might have paid them for that.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying like part of the deal I think was to like, yo, we'll give you this ape, but like rock it so that it's you rocking a Bored Ape. I think Bored Ape and Yuga wins way more than Eminem wins in that situation. Like I think
that's what I'm saying. It wasn't just a Bored Ape. It was, we'll give you $1 million and this Bored Ape if you
for Yuga Labs and Bored Ape Yacht Club's benefit, not for Eminem's. They could care less. I think Eminem
got $1 million out of it.
Yeah, it's a business transaction. I'm saying he's not holding it for momentum. I'm saying he did a normal business transaction. It just happened to this one be an NFT Bored Ape. And he's holding this thing 2 years later going like, all right, like I did a thing for them like a year ago, but like I don't need this.
No, they might come back. You don't sell your customers NFT.
Maybe,
I don't know.
Maybe. I just don't think it was given to him like that. I think it's part of the deal because he got a cool ape. They got to say that Eminem's rocking a Bored Ape. I think it was a very even transaction. I don't think there's any reason to hold it for an emotional tie.
I think he got $1 million, and they were saying, "Look, we'll pay you 900,000." He was saying, "Pay me 1.1." They said, "Okay, we'll pay you $1 million." He said, "Okay, I'll take $1 million if you throw in a gold Bored Ape for me." And okay, we'll throw it in. Now he's got it. Now they might come back to him again. May as well hold it. Don't know. Either way, it's not sold.
Yeah, that's true.
But I am at the stage where I'm feeling like this next story, like if we keep arguing, which I'm happy to do, then this might be two different faces over here.
Oh my!
So we've got this cage match happening, or potentially happening, between Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg. So Musk was the one that started it. He sent out a tweet. I just want to find it for you, and he said he's up for a cage match with Mark Zuckerberg if Mark is. And that was to Mario. He wasn't even talking to Zuckerberg. So then Zuckerberg came back and said, I think, name the time and the place. And then Elon Musk came back and said Vegas Octagon.
Wow.
And then so it actually seems like this might go ahead, because there has been backwards and forwards.
Huge, bro. Compared to Mark, he's like literally 6 inches taller or something, like 50 pounds heavier. But Zuckerberg's been training for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Bro. If Elon actually steps in that cage in a few months, he's fucked. You just can't. You can't replace 2 years of jiu-jitsu training, bro.
2 years is not that long. I mean, the one thing is that Musk lived in South Africa. This is a violent place. He's spoken about how he's been bullied before and how he fought back sometimes. So he's got real street fight experience, whereas Zuckerberg's got some trainer holding up pads saying, "Come on, Marky, throw left, throw right."
No, he's like winning tournaments.
Is he?
Like competing. He's like actually competing, and he's actually winning. He's like really good.
Oh wow!
From what I've heard, he's like a very, very well trained fucking assassin, is what I'm hearing. So
really?
That's what I'm hearing. Yeah, Zuckerberg's like, yeah, look it up. If you look up like Zuckerberg's MMA like career so far, he's like, oh my fucking god, bro! If we saw Elon Musk have a villain arc and got a 6-pack, it would be I would just be like, what is going on? If that happened, be like, what is going on? How's he still running SpaceX? How's he still running Tesla? How's he running Twitter? Like, I don't get it.
So what are we typing in? Zuckerberg fight. What do we want to see? We want to see him fighting.
Experience fight. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
I don't think it's an MMA.
I don't know what I don't know if he's competing in MMA or if he's competing in wrestling or if it's jiu-jitsu or boxing. He was competing.
That top story.
Actual 1v1 with someone.
Fighting on.
Yeah, all you're gonna get is all the current stuff. If you type in that, actually,
no, I want to see Zuckerberg fighting.
No, I know. Zuckerberg fighting. Yeah, fighting video. Go to
training.
YouTube. Go to YouTube.
Fine. All right, fighting video. Hold on, let's just see. Yeah, all I'm seeing is this. Okay, I'm going to YouTube. Well, good for him if he can fight. You see, automatically you come up, Mr. Bergman. How's that? Mark Zuckerberg Jiu-Jitsu. Let's see. All right, here I see him signing. I hate shorts. I could fuck him up. Mark, if you're watching this, I'll take Elon's place.
Oh shit.
It doesn't look like he's got much going on there.
You fought before, bro?
Yeah, I have. I did 6 years of taekwondo.
Whoa.
I'll fuck him up in a second.
You think so?
Yeah, he's just grappling. I would take a knee by now. I would have done a
roundhouse kick. Jiu-jitsu, bro. They're doing jiu-jitsu. Can't knee him.
I'm not playing jiu-jitsu. I want a street fight.
You're trying to fight him. You're trying to cage fight him.
Like, knee him in the face. That's what I would do right there.
Well, like, bro, he probably would too if he was in a fight. He's doing jiu-jitsu.
Why is he doing this shit, man? He's going to hurt his neck. He's worth like how many billions?
Bro, he's a professional.
Professional what? They're dancing. This is
Oh.
He's got his leg takedown.
Oh, he's got. Oh no, he popped out. Come on, Mark.
Okay, so I think Mark will definitely beat Musk.
Probably, yeah. Elon has, I don't think, any training in any combat sport arena. So, yeah, I would say, I mean, I feel like you just can't replace 2 years of training, bro.
Yeah.
There's no way to
Look, I think Zuckerberg will beat me on the floor, but I won't let it get to the floor. The only way it's getting to the floor is I'm knocking the fuck out.
Dude, could you imagine if influencer boxing goes from Logan Paul, Jake Paul to fucking Elon to freaking like countries, leaders of countries fighting again, and we get thrown back to like medieval times where people actually used to fight to sort things out, and we'll start getting like, could you imagine, bro, if the Putin fight happens? Like, someone brought up Putin fighting Elon at one point, like a couple years ago, and it was like a real thing, and Elon set him down, and then nothing came of it.
His crypto dream really listens, eh? Yeah, boss knuckles that I took, for sure. For sure. You remember. Bless you, Kate. So, Kate, are you and I gonna have a fight?
Dude,
who's gonna win?
First, bro.
Huh?
You gotta give me some years of training, and then I gotta get out to South Africa because you're not gonna leave.
No, I'm not leaving. I'll bring you out. But
yeah.
That's what's gonna happen to you.
What even is that?
That's a big fuck you.
Bro, Philip does not want this smoke, guys. Philip does not want smoke.
Do you know how long I've had this sitting on the side waiting for a moment? I know it's not the perfect moment, but I've been waiting for you to. So, I mean, talking about us fighting each other, the best time to bring it out. You haven't given me an opportunity. I like you too much, you know.
Man, Elon versus Mark. That would be a very. I would pay a lot.
It's never going to happen.
What?
You saw how it's never going to happen.
Why?
You saw how the fight.
Bro, yes it is.
Kate, how much you want to bet it's never going to happen, mate? You saw how Elon Musk tried to get out of buying Twitter until they threatened to sue him. No, bro, because he knew he was gonna. He painted himself in a corner. He agreed, and then he tried to rescind it, and they said they're going to sue him to enforce it, and he had to do it. He's going to try and get out of this fight. He's going to say, but you know jiu-jitsu, I don't know jiu-jitsu, and whatever. They're not going to agree to the terms, and he's never going to do it, 100%.
Bro, he's the one who brought it up. He was like, I want to
I know.
Why would
he didn't think he was going to accept it or whatever.
What?
I bet you anything.
Bro, if Elon Musk ever puts anything out publicly, everyone will see it. Whoever he's like directing the message at will see it because he's the most famous man on earth.
Keep saying, I'm going to buy Twitter. I'm going to buy Twitter. All of a sudden they say, great, we'll sell it to you at your price. You know what? I don't want to buy it anymore. Thank you so much. You lied about this and that. That's exactly what's going to happen now. Jiu-jitsu, no thank you. Speaking of fighters, bro, they formally charged Andrew and Tristan Tate.
I saw. I think they can hold him now for 60 days while they find evidence on the claim.
Well, I think he's still under house arrest. I don't think they've taken him into jail.
So it's not like an official. We found proof. Where they're just like, this is what.
No. Well, they can't put charges unless they have a reasonable reason to think so.
Bro, what do you mean?
Not saying
prison for 3 months without anything.
No, I know, but they've actually brought charges, meaning that they've got some evidence. They want to find more evidence, but
oh shit, yeah, dude, it's gonna be. Here's the thing with the Tate thing, because he went from such an extreme. I mean, he's still an extreme niche, but he's way less extreme than he used to be, and he's a lot more. I don't even know what the word would be used. I guess relatable is as close as you would get, but I feel like he started to appeal to a wider base of people and be less extreme. And it feels like, I don't know, the whole thing feels just weird, but it would be very strange if all this comes out and it's like, okay, all of it was true. They were all frauds. They fucking did all the bad things. Like they were exactly what the left side painted them out to be. If that happens, bro, I don't know what would happen, but like, because there's been a bunch of good stuff that came from that, from originally Andrew Tate's message, and then it spurned into little miniature Andrew Tate's, and then a bunch of people who were like, wait, all we're talking about is be a man and fucking make more money and stuff like that. And those things that are less extreme are like generally positive things. But if they all stemmed from like Andrew Tate, and then they find out he's all these terrible things. It's so bad, dude. Because there's another example.
I think the thing is that maybe they possibly knew that this was coming, and that's why he went out onto social media.
That's what I'm thinking is possible.
To try and say, you know what, this is why they don't like me.
Right.
The machine is going against me for this reason, as a defense, because he didn't have any other defense. I mean,
well, like imagine if Trump was actually Satoshi Nakamoto. Like, what if we found out it was actually Trump or something like that? Like that would derail every single thing ever with crypto would fall apart immediately. And then we'd be like, okay, now what? Do we continue and just forget about the fact that Donald Trump is actually our forefather? Or do we try and remodel? Like, what the fuck do we do? Like, if Andrew Tate comes out and they're like, yo, you actually did all these things. You were a complete fraud. You painted this out. Obviously, the right wing would have their own answer to it and their own version of the story, and the left wing would have their own answer. But my God, bro, right before the election too, oh my God, that would be so fucked. Because this is supposed to take years.
We've gone down a very big rabbit hole. I don't really know how we got here. I'm enjoying it. I'm just not sure how we got here. My thing is,
brought it up. He got charged.
I know how we got there. But I don't know how we got there, that Trump is now Satoshi.
Oh, I was bringing an example of like someone at the top, crumbling, and then the rest of their like empire being like, oh, what do we do now? You're a fraud. Like Satoshi Nakamoto is supposed to be an autonomous figure, but if they find out it was Trump, it kind of invalidates everything that crypto has been about ever. But how important is that top figure? Like if Andrew Tate gets wiped off the board,
but that's where I'm losing you.
Why?
I understand what you're saying, but I think if it came out that Trump was Satoshi, Bitcoin might pump.
Well, no, I'm saying like a large reason that Bitcoin's got such promise is because of the fact that we don't know who started it, and the fact that it's this beautiful story, and the fact that there's millions of Bitcoins sitting in this wallet address that the founder has that disappeared or like isn't being touched because he's supposedly not a real person, kind of thing. Like that, I feel like that would take away so much from what Bitcoin was and is about and stuff like that. I feel like it'd be fucked if something like that happens. And that's the point I'm trying to make here is like there's a lot of good things coming out of the right side as far as qualities and trend. And so like I would just be interested in how that affects that whole side of the internet.
I get it. All I'm saying is that I think if Satoshi had to come out, I actually agree with you. I think it loses a lot. Bitcoin loses a lot. But if there was someone that could actually pull it off, it's probably Trump. Like he would be the best one to come out and say, yes, I'm Satoshi. I know you can't believe it, but I made Bitcoin. Right?
Oh, God, that would be hilarious, though.
It would be. That's what I'm saying. There would be a short-term pump. I mean, his NFTs have done one of the best out of any NFTs at this bear market.
I'm very torn on whether or not I should just buy one of his V1s and just hold it and wait.
Remember, you wanted to buy one. I stopped you, and you would have been down bad.
But you did. I'm still thinking about getting a V1 though. A V1 might be something to hold just in case.
Let's have a look where they're sitting.
Primaries. I feel like they'll pump hard to at least a 3x.
See, I don't know enough about whether, I mean, with all these court cases, is he going to be allowed to run for president this time?
That's the play. That's the play. If he does, they 3x. If they don't, then they sit there and do absolutely nothing. I don't really want to hold it at 0.13 though. I'd love to hold it closer to 0.06 or 0.07.
No, but I don't think, are these the original or the second collection?
Yeah, this is the original.
The first digital trade.
Series 2 is at like 0.02 or something. It's also a Matic.
Yeah, and you wanted to buy them at 0.07 or something. This one's hilarious, bro. This one is funny.
Yeah. I just feel like it'd be an easy swing trading type of project where there always will be opportunities for liquidity.
Look
for
how
other projects might not have it. Bro, that's beautiful. Beautiful art, bro. One president ever.
Look how young he looks.
Yeah, dude, they really did. They really made him like 30 years younger in all these NFTs. He definitely got that first render and was like, yo, I look way too fucking old in this thing. Make me younger and put it out.
Yeah. I mean, this is what he would want if he could get plastic surgery.
Bro, isn't it funny that like if it becomes Biden versus Trump again, we will again be trying to decide the leader of our country as the oldest version of any president ever. We will literally be voting for almost 90-year-old men to run the country. I'm like, bro, y'all got maybe 4 years left of your life and you're going to spend it all running the country. I'm like, no, you're about to keel over, bro.
since we demonetized already, I can tell you that even if Biden wins, I reckon he dies within 6 months of winning. He's not going to win because I mean the guy already needs to have his breakfast, his dinner at 4 p.m. Honestly, every time I see him walk off the stage the wrong way or not know what he's saying, what did he say the other day? He was talking about troops and he said, "God bless the Queen," and
Yeah,
the Queen's dead.
bro. I'm like,
Well, let's say
he was in
nicely.
America. He was in America when
Yes,
he said that. I'm
but
like,
also the Queen's passed away, and it had nothing to do with the Queen. I don't know where he thought he was or what was going on.
it's really embarrassing, bro. And it's
It
my
is
only
embarrassing.
issue is I know a lot of people that are my friends who are very competent people, very competent, smart, fucking like reasonable, and then I just
Listen, you know, I'm smiling. I'm saying, like, it's, for me to criticize any country's first world country's president is hilarious because Africa's run by dictators who have been sitting on their thrones for 70 years,
bro, they have
refusing to leave. I mean,
borders.
South Africa's different. I mean, so it's, you know, we've supposedly got a democracy, but you know, you look at like Zimbabwe. Mugabe was there for 55 years. Do you know there was a stage before he died that he was the richest man in the entire world in US dollars? Mugabe.
Really?
He stole so much money from so many of his people. There was a stage in dollar terms that he was the richest man in the entire world.
Bro, but people,
That's corruption.
but there's people. Okay, well, okay, I won't disagree there. I was just gonna say, I feel like there's so many. I've seen so many movies where they depict this individual who's like, you know, nobody knows who they are. They're at the very, very top, but they're absolutely unknown, and like they're like the people who like own the oil companies, kind of thing, in like
Yeah.
the Middle East, and like
There's
those
that show,
have just
Secret Millionaire.
ultra billionaires. You know?
Have you ever seen that Secret Millionaire? That show.
No.
It's so cool. It's a reality show. They take like really, really wealthy business owners who choose to do this, and the business owner takes a week off, and he pretends like he's a normal employee in his own company. Like so, he
Oh,
takes off his suit and he puts on like a workers thing if it's a chicken factory,
yeah.
and he goes and works in the chicken factory in his
Oh,
own business, but no one knows that he's the owner. So they often change his face or whatever. First of all, he learns a shitload about his own company, which is really good,
yeah.
and whatever. But then at the end, the people he connects with and whatever, he ends up giving them like let's say he worked with Alice in the chicken farm. Alice is an amazing woman who's trying to pay her son's student loan. He pays off the student loan completely, and when he comes out at the end as being the owner of it.
Right. I love that. Crypto Dream says you're talking about Undercover Boss. That must be another similar show.
Yeah, there is another one like that as well. Secret Millionaire, Undercover Boss, 100%. Do you remember that other guy that used to do dirty jobs?
Yeah, I know what
What's
you're
his
talking
name?
about. I don't remember his name, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that used to be cool as well. I've still got a lot of stories. Do you want to talk about Web3 at all?
Yeah.
I don't mind. I don't feel like that. Yeah, that's this thing that a few people got involved in
Not like a dying picture thing.
back in 2020. It was a craze. Some people are still busy doing it.
Nerds.
All right, well, Ethscriptions, because Ethereum has lost a little bit of its limelight to Bitcoin ordinals, someone thought, well, why don't we make Ethereum ordinals? So, huh?
Lovely. Can't wait to
Yeah.
hear about this.
All right. So just to, as a very, very brief refresher, because I got a whole video on my channel called "What Are Bitcoin Ordinals?" A Bitcoin ordinal is an NFT that's actually written on a Satoshi, 1/1,000,000th of a Bitcoin, versus Ethereum NFT, which isn't written on any underlying currency, right? So we all know ordinals are doing really, really well. So now we got this guy Tom Lehman. He's created an innovation where you can now do the same thing on Ethereum. It's been launched on the 17th of June. So far, there's already 130,000 Ethscriptions that have been generated. And he's even done an Ethereum Punks, which obviously there was already Ethereum Punks, but this is Ethscriptions Ethereum Punks, a collection of 10,000 punks that were claimed within hours. So they basically work by harnessing call data, and the data is passed along in a token that allows us to send messages to other entities and interact with smart contracts. Pretty much the same as what an NFT was already. However, they say it's cheaper and more decentralized than using contract storage.
Bro, no one cares about
Yeah.
that. I don't think enough people care about that. I mean, maybe they do because the ordinals industry had a thing, but I feel like it's just because it was Bitcoin.
So it's just a derivative of a bloody ordinal, and we already have NFTs. That's my thinking as well. I think it's completely pointless.
Yeah.
Anyway, I found an Ethscriptions collection, and I mean, there's some sales of it, depending on what it is. This one went for 0.03 ETH, but most of them are going 0.01.
What's up?
Where?
Oh, up one. Sorry, above the orange one. No, above the orange one.
Oh, above the orange. Sorry,
bro. Those are signs. Those are like, I want to buy one just because, like,
please don't.
I won't. But like, it makes me want to get one because I'm like, just in case. What if the Kongs come back and they start firing on this Ethscription thing? Like, if there's a couple of these I'd like to own.
Look at this. That's the whole trap. Someone bought it at 0.04, sold it at 0.021. Someone bought it at 0.02, and now it's listed at 0.01. I mean, it's going one way.
What's the volume on these collections?
Well, this isn't all of them. This is just some of them. I hate where we are at the moment. Gem. I want to go back to OpenSea. I really don't like Gem. I just want to go back to OpenSea. Let's go back to OpenSea and I'll find it for you.
Oh, they're on OpenSea. You can just buy them here. Nice.
Yeah, I'm not. This is definitely not the main. There's been 130 collections already. 130,000 inscriptions. This is only a collection of 5,000. So I don't know that this is the official one.
Okay, I see. Yeah,
it's more derivatives of derivatives of derivatives of derivatives.
This is stupid.
It's actually blatant copyright, to be quite honest.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it because when I very first got into NFTs, I bought a Mecha Punk, which is just a derivative of a CryptoPunk, and I was like, oh, this would be cool because like it's almost like the real one. Like this will satisfy some level of satisfaction for me, and it did not. After like 3 months, I was like, why the fuck did I spend 0.05 ETH on that? At the time, that was like a couple $100, I think, actually, because of where ETH was at.
Let me make you feel better. I'll show you a hidden folder on one of my old wallets.
Oh God!
Very briefly.
Philip is about to show us. If you're not on the YouTube stream by now, you need to for this last little bit because Philip is about to show us his hidden folder on OpenSea, and I'm sure there's some absolute shit in some of these, bro.
I don't think you can even prepare yourselves.
Philip is on the very best of the best, the top collection in the whole world, and he's also owned probably the worst collection in the entire world. So we're gonna take a look here.
100%. I agree with that statement, and we are showing you the worst. Hold on, I can see. You know the nice thing about the bear market, OpenSea doesn't lag as much.
Oh, it's lagging the whole time right now.
I said as much. So these aren't even my hidden ones. Okay. Just hold on to one sec. I want to enable this. That will show us the floor prices without having to click on them.
Nice.
Yeah, it's low. It's
a cool little
Super C. Yeah. So these are not even hidden.
Yeah, scroll up. If you go to the right side, it says view hidden items.
And now I know. I just want the floor prices to load.
Oh.
But again,
bro, those are so dead. There's not even a floor.
There's not even a floor.
Wolf Club.
Summer Bears. Do you remember Summer Bears?
I do. I almost bought one. They're hella cute.
Do you remember Bullseum and Bearseum?
Nope.
That was a great project, man. This was my first ever mod job.
Those are cool.
Yeah, they are cool, man. That's the one behind me on this shoulder.
That's
there.
You're right.
Yeah, that's the Joker one. That one was the one of one. So let me show you my hidden folder, guys. 465 NFTs.
500 NFTs.
Oh my God. All right, I'm just going to scroll. You can tell me if you want to stop at anything.
Little Kings, that's cute.
Baby Toads. That was a collab between, oh my God, what two? A Frog Project and this was a collab. Huh? Creature World, yes, Creature World and Cryptos or something. This was massive, bro.
Wait,
I paid, I
dead.
paid point, I paid 0.3 Ethereum for this thing.
More on that.
0.0088.
Yeah, I guess because both those projects kind of shit themselves a little bit as far as floor price.
That was one of the best collabs in the space. I mean, I've got some amazing
art. It's
shit.
so funny, like looking at the art style. You're like, yeah, that's clearly some OG NFT bull run degenerate project that went straight to zero.
Do you remember this one? That's not so old. True Play. They had funding by this one and that one. They've already done 4,000 positive games, billions of downloads. This is the next bloody whatever. Floor price 0.005 ETH.
Bro, you bought Shevchenko.
I don't even know what that is.
Bro, why are you buying a soccer player?
I don't know, bro.
That's
Matic. It's possible some of these were airdropped to me or whatever. Dumpster Dorks. If you had 2 of these, you were supposed to get a trading card, like a Garbage Pail Kid. I had 2. I never got a trading card. I managed to offload one of them. Floor price 0.0.
How many of these fuckers are just gonna get away with making $5 million? Like they literally dropped something and then just kind of bided their time until people forgot. I'm like, they literally just made they probably retired. They probably retired on that money.
And Moonbird's derivative, Revenge Birds.
Oh my God, I bought Boob Birds when they came out. Boob Birds was a derivative that thought my moon, and it did not. It's been like 0.15 ETH minting a bunch of them.
Project Floaties, 0.0069.
Bro, you've got some absolute bullshit in here, bro.
I haven't even started to show you. I want to close this because it's not doing anything. It's just slowing everything down. I mean, this was a Goblet Clan. Do you remember when Goblet Town was pumped? Wow, floor 0.03.
Bro, you should
Hold on. I'm selling it right away. We don't know if there's been any sales. Let's just have a look. There's no way. People just aren't listing it. I mean, I'm telling you, if you look at activity, there won't be a sale. 1 ETH of volume. I mean, that's activity.
Bro, that's a ton of sales if it's 1 ETH.
Okay, what are you talking? The last sale was 6 months ago.
Bro, list it. You'll definitely make that sale.
Never, bro.
That's too bad.
You know what? Someone can get a great deal. Half of floor price. 0.0.
Yo, every now and then that'll work though, bro. I'll sell stuff like that sometimes. I remember I sold an NFT. I hadn't even moved for like months, and I listed at like 0.2 and it sold, and I was like, what the fuck? Like 0.2.
Do you remember Irene Dow?
No.
Oh my God, bro. It pumped. It was like all the... do I really want to pay gas to list this thing, bro? It's not going to sell. We both know it's not going to sell.
No.
There hasn't been a sale in 6 months. The last sale was 0.0002 ETH. No one's gonna buy it. Not worth the gas. There was a project, Irene Dow, bro, which was just like pictures of this like famous chick Irene from Korea, sort of sexy pictures. And it went all the way to like 5 ETH. So I bought Irene Dow, which was a derivative, and I listed it at 0.5, and some idiot freaking bought it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a great day.
I was kind of hoping that would happen with my 3D Invisible friend. I bought a really cool one and was like, yo, someone will definitely buy this for like close to what I paid for it probably, even though the floor is going to be going down more than likely. And it did not, bro, even though it's probably the coolest one.
This was an airdrop, just so that
all right, Philip.
I didn't purchase it.
Philip is out here. He's out here.
I'm more
booty pictures as NFTs. You can't trust him.
I'm more a boob person. I never bought this.
Really?
I'm actually not. I'm actually more a butt person, but I definitely never bought this.
Okay.
It was an airdrop. Yeah, I'm definitely a butt.
I'd love to know which one you are, bro. You and Philip are both busy boys, so.
Okay, when you get married, You have children. Doesn't mean we're busy. I mean,
Philip and the Dream are busy, guys.
Luke,
good night, bro. I don't know if you already left, but good night, dude. I didn't see this message till just now.
Good night, Luke. Yeah, I also haven't been looking. This was similar to Irene Dow, this one over here. I mean, I really believed in the hedgehogs. You can see I bought 5 of those.
Wow.
What's the floor?
God damn, bro. This is such a just
you see how freaking slow the stupid OpenSea is. There isn't a floor.
Here, what? How about next week we go through the whole folder and you don't turn this thing on? Because I just realized I didn't know you had more stories. I thought we were done. I was gonna go through
the more stories
folder, but I forgot. I didn't know you had stories. But I was gonna say we can go through the rest of them. Just don't have that thing pulled up next time.
All right, cool. Let's go FIFA. Okay. FIFA makes a metaverse trademark filing applications for VR and much more. So that's pretty cool. The global soccer governing body keeps exploring the metaverse and immersive environments. Global soccer governing body has filed trademark applications across 9 different categories as part of its We Are initiative. FIFA is delving into the metaverse as part of its initiative, filing trademark applications spanning 9 categories, including VR, gaming, and fashion. The organization has rolled out innovation digital services like virtual replica of the World Cup stadium and an immersive fan engagement app. In addition to virtual reality endeavors, FIFA is exploring the potential of non-fungible tokens with the launch of FIFA and Collect in partnership with Algorand. So this is really cool. I mean, I just love seeing big names come in the space. I think ticketing, and it makes sense. Like I've said many, many times, FIFA's as big as it gets, really one of the biggest. And yeah, they want to explore blockchain and potentially NFTs as collectibles.
Bro, I remember seeing when they first started having referee POV videos of like the perspective of the ref while he's reffing the games in some of these professional games. And that was the coolest thing I've ever seen. So if FIFA is trying to do anything in VR world, AR world, anything like that, I'm a wife kind of guy, then I'm down because I think that's the coolest thing. I think FIFA in any game. Jesus, is that a helicopter?
Yeah, sorry, Kate. I had to tell them about your illegal crypto trading.
Damn, bro.
They're coming for you, bro. I'm sorry.
Philip just doesn't want to fight me.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, yeah, FIFA doing anything in VR, AR, that sounds good to me, dude. I'm excited about that. It makes sense too. Like, I feel like FIFA would be the ultimate play for like being able to utilize NFTs correctly. They're already doing it. They're doing it so well with like sports betting right now with So Rare. I feel like the idea of like betting on trading and betting and playing and like battling against each other with the cards and like these player profiles, but actually owning them. That makes total sense to me. So I'm glad that they're doing this. I feel like it would make sense. I feel like they should be one of the first companies in this department to lead it. As soon as FIFA gets it, as soon as it becomes like a thing, Madden's going to have to do it. The baseball games are going to have to do it. Like it'll just become standard. I think so. Yeah, I think it's good that FIFA's going to be leading this.
Yeah, and we've seen it before. We actually spoke about it last week or the week before. Ticketmaster was a couple of months ago, but there was another sporting, the race car, NASCAR. What's the event in Monaco? The Monaco Grand Prix or whatever. They did their tickets as NFTs this year. Spoke about a couple of weeks ago. That's another one there as well. So yeah, man, it's happening. So this is quite interesting. We do know that a lot of car companies are doing different levels of Web3. Like Renault's story, still to this day, for me, is the most bullish. The one that they've put their whole internal metaverse for their company online, cost them $5 billion, and they've already saved $1.2 billion in the first 2 years. So within 5 years, they would have paid it off, and it's pure saving to have it. And basically, and you guys search for Renault on my YouTube. There's a video on it, so I'm not going to go into it too deeply, but you should because it's incredible. But basically, instead of the MD of R&D, research and development, having to fly to all the different Renault factories all over the world, he can literally virtually walk in, meet with them, look at the stock situation, walk around. So it saves them an absolute fortune in time and travel, and their stock systems are now completely on the blockchain. So losing of parts and misplacing of stuff and theft has gone to next to nothing. Their ordering system now is so much better. They can predict when they're going to run out of stock. They know that it takes 6 months to get the stock. They know they've got 4 months worth of stock they need to quickly order or whatever. It's an incredible story. And we've seen a lot of car brands doing not the same things, but different things in Web3. But this story now is about Merck, and it's a quick story. And basically in their console on their new Mercs, there's now the ability to be able to show your NFT, your digital picture. So I'll make this bigger. You see my NFTs. You can look at your NFTs in your Merc while you're waiting to pick up your wife or whatever it may be. You can scroll through as part of their normal operation function in their new vehicles.
I think that's pretty cool. I mean, it's basically just like an iPad.
Yeah, but it's got the functionality to show your NFTs built into it, right? It's not an iPad, it's their screen that they have in their car, like normal. But yeah,
like you can connect your wallet to it?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I guess that is pretty cool.
It is cool. So it means that they think that there might be a future to it.
Yeah. No,
someone should tell them about the price of Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah. Bored Ape Yacht Club's trending right now. Yuga's trending too.
Yeah, trending down.
No, on Twitter. Did you see that?
I'll go have a look now.
They're both trending. I just noticed it. I think Bored Ape Yacht Club was like 2.
Could people? Is there anyone still in the Twitter Spaces? Because I don't think anyone can hear me.
I don't know, dude. I got to figure out. I still don't really understand why that would be a thing, but
I keep saying whenever you click on the shit, there's scam links, bro. Whenever you click on Bored Ape Yacht Club trending, claim your token airdrop. Yeah, it's all bullshit, rubbish.
Oh no, I wish you could just skip to the top one. Like, why is this trending? You know.
Yeah, man. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. It was fun, Cade. We went on a few rabbit hunts together. I like that.
As usual.
I hope the viewers enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone who joined us. Crypto Dream, congratulations again on your new daughter. I expect her to be named Philippa, and I look forward to hearing her name.
It's a good name.
Or Kadina. Kadina or Philippa?
It's Kate. I have an easy counterpart name. My twin will there's probably a twin out there. Everyone says that. They all say that you have a twin out there, someone who looks exactly identical to you in the world. Even the hair and everything and hair color. Bro, if I have one out there, it's probably a girl named Kate because now I have long hair. So I doubt that there's another guy named Kate who has my kind of hair.
Doppelgangers. Have you ever heard that saying?
But it's always demented. It's always a weird demented type of vibe when people bring up doppelgangers versus twins or like twin flames. Like doppelgangers are a really creepy term people use, especially in TikTok trends of like people with sunken in black eyes and they like find you at night. And they're like, if you ever see a if you ever see a person who looks just like you at night, don't look them in the eyes and always like do this, that, and the other. It's super fucking creepy.
June Isabel Gray. That's beautiful, man.
Beautiful name. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Very cool. R.I.P. though. Yeah. No, that's fucked up. Crypto Dream. Hey, if you have another kid though, Philippa or Kate, if it's a girl.
Philippa. Yeah.
If it's a guy,
if
just
it's a boy.
Do. Joyager.
No, if it's a boy, just call it Joy.
Joyager.
If it's Joyager. Guys, thank you for joining us. We will see you next week, same time, same place. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And be kind. Love you. Bye.